Right. Good evening. Today we will do science and technology. Start with some questions as we are always trying to look with application oriented things. One was in the news with respect to technology with respect to 5G. Yes or no? Auctions was happening, 5G technology. Not in the sense of technicalities, what is 1G, 2G, 3G, 4G, that's fine. Apart from that, we will focus on applications. If 5G comes into picture, what all applications we can develop? In what way we can waste time on mobile phones? Yes or no? Yes, yeah. So in this sense, with 5G comes into picture, what are the advantages we are going to have? Right? So, how we are differentiating these technologies, 1G, 2G or 3G? What is the main parameter of getting distinction on these things? There is a term called, yes, frequencies. Right? Frequency, bandwidth, all these things you are, different terms will be bombarded to you. Wavelength. For the time being, we will understand that how this technology, how we are able to send data. I am speaking. Let us tell, I am speaking, this is my voice. If there is vacuum in this room, vacuum ante air ledu, no air. Whatever loud noise I have, whatever speaker volume is there, can you hear anything? No, because sound is a which form of energy? The energy comes, compressions, all these things will be created, a kind of wave is generated because of which you are able to hear. If there is vacuum, can you hear? I am pushing out the energy, but you can't hear. So this is a one form of wave. In the same manner, the energy is going in the form of waves. The light energy or many kinds of energies are there which we are using for all these communication purposes. Which form of energy? Which form of energy it is called? Light is just name, UV. There are many things, cosmic rays, X-rays. So electromagnetic spectrum you might have heard. So basically we are talking about electromagnetic waves. Which waves? Electromagnetic waves. These are the things which are being emitted. See, visible light, as the name says, it is visible to us. White color we are seeing, okay. It's not like that. It composes of 7 colors. Rainbow, when you might have heard in your school books, passing the light, white light, prism, 7 colors you will be getting. Vibji or bolke, you will talk about it. It's not only these 7 colors, it's not about 1 or 2 colors. Our human eye is recepting like this. Animals, if you go to buffalo will not see the world in this manner. Yes or no? There are some organisms which can see in night using IR radiation. Okay, using different spectrums, they are able to sense. So the whole things come under which energy? Electromagnetic waves. Different waves will be there, like you are all different. Different names are given to you. These electromagnetic waves are generally differentiated with 2 parameters, frequency and wavelength. One is frequency, other is wavelength. A name lone cheptundi. What is wavelength? How a wave travels, any wave, whether it is water wave or electromagnetic wave, it travels like up, down, crust, trough, crust, trough. So one point, one wave is repeated again and again. So this length is called as what? Wavelength. Forget about lambda and all these things. This is generalistic examination. Now, there is lambda, then there is a concept of speed also. From what particular point, if more waves are going, then it has high frequency. Okay, don't confuse with speed. I use the wrong word for general understanding. If from a single point, more amount of wave is passing, then it has, we say it has high frequency. So there is another wave which is like this only. Like this it is there. The same point, you are keeping it here. So from in 1 second, more number of waves can pass through it, yes or no? So this has higher frequency. This has higher wavelength. This has higher wavelength. This has higher frequency. So there is a kind of inverse relationship, wavelength and frequency. So no need to bother about both parameters. If frequency is higher, automatically wavelength will be less. So that's the reason there are only two parameters, wavelength and frequency. If one is high, automatically other is low. So can we categorize all these waves based on only frequency? Yes. So all the electromagnetic rates variation, whether it is cosmic rays or visible light, IR, UV, radio waves, all these things we categorize based on which parameter? Frequency parameter. Okay, just identifying the frequency, different megahertz, gigahertz, different frequency. X-ray will use different frequency. Where you will see X-ray machines coming into metro, X-ray machine scanning your bone, scanning fracture. Yes or no? X-ray, that is one particular application. Communication, microwaves, it is happening. It is of different frequency. GPS, global positioning system, it is also using different frequency. We call this different bands. All the nomenclature will come into picture. Okay. Now, for telecommunication system, for mobile communication system, in order for it to work, what do we need in the background? Mobile towers are there, no doubt. On ground infrastructure, mobile towers, our signal will be converted to the mobile tower will transmit. But how can we transmit to USA? Through mobile towers it is difficult. Now we have to use what? Satellites. These satellites will send and receive these signals in different frequencies. 5G is the latest stage. High amount of frequencies they are using, bandwidth, amount of data it can carry, that will be very high. High speeds will be there, high frequencies will be there, high amount of data can be transferred. Once upon a time, to open a website on your phone, it will take bolke. Yes or no? Now we are communicating. Streaming is happening. Movies are directly streamed. Once upon a time, YouTube streaming, without fast internet, can we be able to stream YouTube videos? No. Now you see all OTT platforms. The data is so fast, it is being reserved. What is this data? Will the Netflix or any platform, will it store the movie on your mobile phone? No. It is storing on some centralized server. From it, the internet speed is high, so we are able to access. So the application with respect to 5G, like these applications, will be in much more advanced ways. We can connect a fan with a washing machine with a mobile phone. Because speed of data transfer is very high. You can connect mobile to mobile phone or car to car. Suppose there is a collision between two cars. Both are going. One is studying Lakshmikant and driving. Other is going talking to his friend. Both are in their own world. A kind of collision is going to happen. If you have intelligent devices, cars will automatically communicate and automatic brakes can be applied. Why we are unable to do these things now? The data transmitted, if there is technical difficulties, 5G can enable these type of things in a much more easier way. Okay, camera can be controlled, motor is there on the camera. Already there is technologies to control here. I can put a switch, that camera can rotate. If 5G is there, I can control these things just by mobile software. Data transmission and receiving is much more easier. So varieties of applications, telemedicine, robotic surgery, doctor will be somewhere, connectivity is somewhere. Still they are doing even today, but direct satellite links are there. That is not possible at everywhere. So if you have 5G, everywhere the doctor can access telemedicine, access robotic surgeries. Telemedicine means not sitting and doing a video call only, like it is being done in Bracto. Not just video conference. Now patient will be somewhere. Sudden accident occurred. Nobody is there. Surgery can't be done by everyone. So if there is a robotic arm, that arm can be controlled by the doctor. He will guide, do the surgery on road itself. Possible? Yes. With 5G technology. So for our examination orientedness, which of the following are the probable applications for prelims? Okay, that is one way. For mains application, 5G has been planning to deployed in India. What are the various applications which can be achieved through deployment of 5G technology? One interesting point we have to know when these things are going out here. See, in previously you have cable TV. Yes or no? In a village, how a cable TV used to there is a one cable operator. Above his home, there is a big antenna. Yes or no? Big antenna will be there. he will be able to, right. This big antenna will receive the signal from satellite. Okay. That will be received by this home fellow, and he will do through wired connections. He will supply to each and every home. Yes or no? Satellite data, Doordarshan, everything used to cut. We also used to have small antennas for Doordarshan on it. Now look at this concept here. When this big antenna is there, now you see what happened. You have Tata Sky or direct to home, DTH. What is the size of that DTH? Bigger or smaller? Smaller. Directly from the satellite we are receiving that signal. It is called direct to home now. Why it is called direct to home? Directly we are receiving from the satellite. Rather than receiving from some middle person, directly we are receiving from the satellite. That's the reason when rain comes, clouds will be interferent. If you are a DTH fellow, you will not get TV. Why the size decreased? Because we are using higher frequencies. Okay. If frequencies are high, what about wavelength? Higher or low? Less wavelength. If wavelength is less, size of antenna is less. Simply understand with this analogy. If wavelength is less, size of antenna, receiving antenna is less. That's the reason as technologies develop, the size of antennas, if higher frequencies are used, size of antenna will decrease. In the future, like it is James Bond movie, you will have a satellite TV. Just like that, he will open a pen, a satellite, a kind of small antenna will come out, you will receive the direct signal. For this, how much you want? Frequency should be higher or lower? Higher. Okay, that is the reason we are using. So technology will change, new hardware infrastructure. So when 5G, new technology is coming, should the antenna infrastructure, will it be changed? Should it be changed? Yes, no doubt. So there is some infrastructure push also for penetration of 5G. Not only antennas, hardware, compatibility devices, all they have to be changed. Anyway, now we will look into some of the applications. So just work out very quickly, 2 minutes, work out various applications of 5G. What all applications we can develop? See, basically, call drop will be less. More people can be given access to use the bandwidth. Time in which you are able to deliver the information, that will reduce. Speed will increase. Amount of data delivery will increase. All these are the benefits of what? 5G. So what applications we can develop? That is the question. So just work out for a minute what all applications we can develop. We can list out them. One application which you can, apart from what you are writing, remote control of critical infrastructure. What is critical infrastructure? For any nation, some kind of infrastructure is highly crucial. Oil and gas pipelines, electricity, grids, yes or no? Then nuclear power plants, okay, traffic signals, stock markets, yes or no? Many, not only these essential things, many activities are there which becomes highly critical in an industry or for a nation altogether. All these critical infrastructure can be more easily monitored and controlled. From somewhere else, of course, now also systems are there. Load shedding for electricity, different nodes are there. They will manage the distribution of power, no doubt. Do you have a smart grid in India? Do you have a national grid in India? National grid ante enti? All Telangana, AP, Northeast, all power supplies are connected. Do you have a national grid in India? Yes or no? Southern grid, northern grid, northeastern grid, all these grids, are they connected? Yes, my dear, in 2014 itself, we connected. We have a national grid. That's the reason power can be distributed. Telangana is purchasing power from Chhattisgarh few years back. Yes or no? Northeast, lot of electricity is being, hydroelectric power projects are being constructed on Northeast India. That power is being sold to many states because in Northeast the requirement is not there. Is it industrialized? No. Okay, so we are selling to, from Nepal also we are purchasing in the future. Projects are being constructed. Kali River, also called as Sarada River. Big projects we are constructing and we are selling out. Now there is a new concept of smart grid. Smart grid means the power from this bulb or fan, will it come with bidirectional or unidirectional? Bidirectional means we can receive energy and we can sell energy also. Suppose there are power plants somewhere else. We are getting power. On this building, top of the building, we have installed solar power plants. And we are able to run all the lights with our solar panels. And we are generating excess energy. What we can do with that excess energy? Two options you can have. Either you can store in the battery. You can establish big batteries and store it and use it. Second thing is you can sell it. Can we sell in the present context to the direct DISCOM? Not possible. Because this is not bidirectional. Whereas smart grid, if you have, it can receive, it can take. Metering will be, our bill will be in minus. The utility will pay us. Not only that, whenever the power is going high, suddenly blackout will happen. Yes or no? Why suddenly power outages will happen? Transformer, dham bolke. Because the demand suddenly got increased. Overcapacity is there. Peak demand is higher. So some or other things will be going to, some colonies will go subjected to blackout. If you have smart grid, automatically this much of energy, automatically it will reduce the power to some areas rather than leading to blackouts. All these things are possible with smart grid, and 5G technology has huge potential to enrich which type of electricity distribution? Smart grid based electricity distribution. That is another important area which you can look. Second area is disaster management. Real time control, where it is happening, how it is happening, how to get information, how to pass on the information, what all supply chains you can control. There is a huge role with respect to disaster management. Third thing is controlling of drones. Drones is a new area coming into picture. We have a new policy also, like in agriculture. Now recently drone rules have been updated. That itself can be a new area of questions. Drones have huge application in agriculture. To collect the information and give it to scientists. Scientists will tell what fertilizer you have to use immediately. Okay, a drone will be there. It will click a photo. It will send to the agriculture scientist. Scientist will tell this is a particular disease. Immediately you take this measure. Okay, or it can be automated also. Photos can be processed, image processing. Automatically, suggestion can be messaged to the farmer. Okay, delivery of drones can be used to deliver. Suppose you are a district medical officer. COVID-19 pandemic or flood is coming. You have to send medicines to primary healthcare center. Can't reach. What? Simply you will open your 5G mobile, start a drone, carry the medical tablets or vaccines or whatever, send it guided navigation. Without 5G, this is not possible. It is possible. Separate equipment should be there. Before, now also it is being done. But separate equipment, separate data, separate link, all these are there. With 5G, applications can develop in a much more easier manner. So, drone applications is one area which can be looked into. Transportation, intelligent transportations, driverless car. Okay. Second, next applications is intelligent transportation networks. Okay. With some intelligence you can have. Data processing can be done. Okay. To avoid collisions, to enable driverless cars. See, always these questions comes. If driverless cars will come into picture, what about drivers' employment? Okay, if these things, if Internet of Things or if artificial intelligence becomes higher, what about software jobs? Because what 100 people are doing, the AI program will do it on in its own. So this debate will be always there. Okay, so that can be one area also, but not in the context of science and technology as economic policy. Then, with respect to intelligent transport networks. Intelligent transport networks. That is another area. Next area is with respect to logistics. Warehouse management. Where is my product? How it is? Each thing can be tracked much more easily. So in logistic management, cold storages, individual item tracking, port management, you have big things. Then stable internet connectivity, better internet connectivity in this knowledge economy. Okay, knowledge economy. App based things, many things are there. So a better internet connectivity, call drops, all these things can be reduced. So when these things are there, augmented reality, virtual reality, all these applications can be developed in a bigger way. Okay, just by using your mobile phone, many AR, VR applications can be developed. Augmented reality, virtual reality, there is a small difference. Virtual reality means completely taken away. I told you the example, right? Virtual reality, you wear a device, you will feel as if you are in IAS training. It will real time live. You are frustrated, not reading anything. Wear that VR software. Feel that you are in somewhere. Or if you didn't get, you also that also possible. Where you will be. Both. So completely cut off from the real world. It will make you experience as if you are in some other place. Whereas augmented reality is all your games. Augmentation means increasing the sensitivity of the existing thing. It will increase the perceptions in the real world. Suppose you are playing a game, software, you did like this. Depending on the force of your bat, nothing will be there, only remote will be there. The ball will move in the game. This is the example of what? Augmented reality or virtual reality? Augmented. Virtual reality completely in the virtual. Your face will be different, you will be different, you will be Bahubali 3, fighting there somewhere like that. Okay, so these kind of applications can be. What is the use of all these things, sir? Not only online games. So it's not about online games. Imagine, next topic if I tell, I am going to talk about, suppose, Higgs Boson. What is this Greek and Latin? Higgs Boson, God particle. All this Nobel Prize also came in the last decade for this. Now, when I am talking about it, you may not understand these things completely. Suppose there is VR. Virtual reality or augmented reality, 5G connectivity is there. I will make you to, in the classroom, I will create a particle. Software is there, I will start the things, lights will on off, pub kind of environment will come. Suddenly this classroom, everybody will wear that device. They will feel that atom is at the, nucleus is at the center, electrons are rotating, in front of you only you will feel. Is there anything? Nothing. Just like this projector is there, with VR or AR, I will project in 3D. You will see everything in there, then I will explain. This is electron. I am going inside the electron. You will see, bolke. In the electron, there are quarks. In quarks, how quarks are integrating, how they are interacting. Then what is boson? Where will be boson? How mass is converted, how energy is converted into mass. All these things I will explain. You will feel as if experiment is happening in front of you. Will you understand or not? Why you are wasting time in movies? Because it is, for your eyes, everything is clear in front of it. Is able to attach your concentration to it. Yes or no? So if in education, can AR and VR has a big role? Yes. It depends on how we use it. Okay, so with these 5G technologies, this connectivity, AR, VR, all these things can be there. More innovation can be there. Embedded smart cities. In smart cities, lot of data is collected. Where is solid waste management? Where is dumping? Where you are taking? So smart city applications can be developed in a big way. Big Internet of Things. You can write all this then. Enabling, creating smart cities. Okay, then Internet of Things, IoT. Healthcare applications. 10th level is healthcare applications, advanced healthcare applications, telemedicine, and all those things. Agriculture applications, soil health can be monitored easily. Lot of data basically. Fine. All these things can go hand in hand. Big data, IoT, 5G, artificial intelligence. All these will develop parallelly and many applications can be developed. Okay. So that is the way. So if you are trying to quit this, if after some point in your lifetime, if you are frustrated with the present activity, then other activity is how to develop these technologies for agriculture, for industry. That itself is, it's a gray area. Definitely lot of applications can be developed. Or if you becoming officer also, see nobody plans to fail, right? Okay, if you plan to fail, you are in a wrong direction. If you are becoming officer also, you can support these kind of companies, because support is the biggest, lack of support is the biggest hurdle for all these technology penetrations. Every day morning 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, you will do demo to the farmers. How to use this technology. You will be YouTube sensation. A collector is demonstrating how to use these things in the agriculture field. Seriously, media will give a lot of focus on it. Reach will be high. If a scientist comes and talks, change the channel. If a collector comes and talks, lot of impact will be there. Okay, so this is the manner. So huge scope is there. Challenges are there, no doubt. For 5G technology, we don't have hardware. Everything we are importing from China or Taiwan. What if they have sent us with some malware in it? 5G malware. One big companies will be there, some mobile phones, I don't want to take the name. They will spoil in just 2 to 3 years. Definitely after 3 years, you have to, either screen will go or some hardware mistake, overheating will happen, anything. Just 2 to 3 years, you have to change the mobile. E-waste, very good. E-waste, lot of e-waste is generated. Lot of market, these are all the things. 5G has a limitation. With respect to 5G, will antenna size be bigger or lower? Lower. Not only that, the problem with this is you have to establish more kind of towers. With the present thing, if you have a tower for Ashok Nagar, then Himayat Nagar, then some other thing. With 5G, for every street, you may have to. A kind of receiver. So, more amount of infrastructure investment is needed for deployment of 5G technology. That is one challenge we have. Another challenge which was in the news was, the 5G frequencies which we are using, the same frequencies are used by airport sensors, aircraft sensors. See, the aircrafts have lot of sensors. There are only 2 big companies manufacturing civilian aircraft, Boeing and Airbus. No other company. These are the 2 big shots. Because it's a very complex system. Lot of sensor information is there. You have to assemble it, create it. So they are using different frequencies for transmitting this information from the sensors. So the frequencies which they used, now the 5G frequency which we are using now, if both are matching, will it cause interference? Interference means disturbance. Like radio stations, movie it will be seeing. One will talk about making chicken, other will talk about making yoga. Both mix. You will have a mixed output. Okay. So like that, interference is happening with respect. That's the reason when 5G was deployed, many of the aircraft stopped. In USA, this issue came up. So these are the challenges because there is no standardization. That problem is there with any new technology. Once a new technology comes into picture, standardization will not happen. See, wherever you go, you have size of nut. It is because this all things, the nails and all these things, there is some kind of standardization. Because in long term, the standardization will come. But when the technology is new, everybody will try to do it in their own. Yes or no? So that's the reason standardization becomes difficult. The components are not unique. They are not standardized, creating problems. These are the challenges with respect to what? 5G deployment. Okay. So we have to cross these things. Then the other thing which can be discussed in a small manner is Higgs Boson. Okay. Indian scientist has contributed to it. So the world has named that particle. It is just a subatomic particle. Our basic understanding is, what is this pen made up of, or this remote made up of? Atoms. Atoms contains what? Protons, electrons and neutrons at the center. Nucleus will be there, around it electrons are going. This is just a standard model. This is not the reality actually. We are able to understand some phenomena with this model. Okay, science always changes. Now we are able to understand within electron there are many things. How electron is made up of, how it got created, we don't know. Okay, so many new discoveries are telling. Our basic textbooks are talking about only 3 subatomic particles at school level. But now we have 17 to 18 subatomic particles, which are lower than this electron, protons and neutrons. 17 to 18 particles are there. New things are being discovered, quarks and all those things. Now this boson, Satyendranath Bose, okay, one was, other was Peter Higgs. These 2 scientists' contribution was very high on discovery of this new particle. So that's the reason this was called as Higgs boson. The theory was there long back. They predicted with equations and all these things that in the universe, a new type of particle exists called which particle? This particle, Higgs. We named it as Higgs boson. Now, why this is in the recent discoveries, not recent means not yesterday or day after, it's not like that. The thing which happened was, the scientists were able to detect this particle in the last decade, just 4 or 5 years back. So what made them to do this? There is a big accelerator in France, CERN, CERN. There is a very big particle collider. What they do is they take a proton, they accelerate it, high speed it, and bombard it. They are trying to break the proton. Because in order to see what is inside the electron, inside the proton, we have to cut it. So it is not like a cake of this much big size to cut. The very small particles. So for that they have built a very big equipment there. There which was discovered, which particle was discovered? Higgs boson. Now how they made the discovery, all these things are not important for us. The point of thing is, what is the significance of this? Why this is called as God particle? This is nickname to this particle is God particle. Why they are calling this? Only that we have to understand. See, as of now, our understanding is the universe got created from a single event called Big Bang. Before Big Bang, what was there? Nothing. Nothing means nothing. From a single point, energy got blasted out, and all these molecules, elements, stars, planets, comets, all the particle gases, all got created from which event? Big Bang. That is our present understanding. It may change later also, who knows? See, with respect to science, anything is fixed, new discoveries will always happen. Then what is the point of doing all these things, sir? Anyway, it is going to change. No. For our present understanding, we are understanding that and we are developing various applications. So without science, all these things have been possible? No, not possible. So we are continuously updating our knowledge. So in this context, when Big Bang was happening, this happened and all things got created. Galaxies, within its stars, many things. Universe is still expanding. We don't know why. Still there is no clear understanding. 97% of the universe is called dark matter. Dark matter means it is not black. We don't know how it is. Dark continent, not black continent. We don't know. That's the reason 97% of the universe is still called as what? Dark matter. Anyway, many things are unanswered. Now what is the main purpose here is this thing. So there was only energy before. Yes or no? That energy got converted into galaxies, stars, planets and all those things. So basically energy got converted into mass. Yes or no? Everything got created. So somewhere energy got created, that energy got converted into mass, forming stars, galaxies and all those things. How this energy is transferring into mass? That is answered by what? Higgs field, which contains Higgs bosons. Because of these particles only, what got created? Mass got created. So without Higgs boson, will there be mass? Without any mass, will there be gravity? Yes or no? Gravity means what? Force of attraction. If I leave a pen, if I throw on him, it will go directly. It is going down because of what? Gravity. So without gravity, stars can't form. How? Without gravity, I say that stars can't form. Or planets can't form. How? There was only gases at the time of Big Bang. Energy got released, all the molecules got created. Gravity is there, slowly everything came together, star formed. Around star, metals or these kind of rock kind of planets got formed. So without gravity, will the gases, will they get condensed and will the mass get into a planet or star? No. Okay. So for creation of mass, without mass there is nothing. So mass got created because of which fellow? This fellow, Higgs boson. If this was not there, star is not there, planet is not there, countries are not there, UPSC preparation also not there. Only energy. That's the reason where everything is created by this particle. This particle is called as what? God particle. So simply, see, they will not going to ask you PhD questions to you. Enti అని అడుగుతారు. So Higgs boson is important for enabling the creation of what? Mass. అంతే. ఓకే, అప్లికేషన్స్ ఇంకా అప్లికేషన్స్ ఏముండవు, ఆ పార్టికల్ ఉంది అంతే. దానివల్ల వీఆర్ ఏబుల్ టు అండర్స్టాండ్ ద యూనివర్స్, అండర్స్టాండ్ ద మాస్, అండర్స్టాండ్ గ్రావిటీ, అండర్స్టాండ్ రిలేటింగ్ అన్నీ, అండర్స్టాండ్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్. ఓకే, so this is another theme which we can look into. Now third topic we'll do with respect to, చూద్దాం ఇంకేం చేయొచ్చు. Yes, geospatial data అన్ని applied which we are having. This is one area which is also coming into the important rhymes in recent times. What is GPS? Global, sir, Google Map. Okay, global positioning system is not by India. It is by which country? USA. It has a group of almost minimum 24 satellites are there continuously looking at whole world. Why USA is interested to look not only on his country but throughout the world? It has no other work, na? It is unipolar world, dominating country. So it created that many years back. It is developed for which application? Military application. The intention was military. The country can look at any country where oil is there. Come on, we'll send a missile. Where everything is there. So that kind of approach was there because it is a dominant country. Even today it is. Yes or no? So it developed that global positioning system. Wherever I am there, I will be able to pinpoint it. That is possible because of a concept called triangulation. What is the concept? Triangulation. Suppose you are located here, right? So 3 satellites are required. Minimum 3 satellites are required to pinpoint you. Okay, this location you are there. Minimum how many? 3 satellites. At the intersection of these 3 satellites you are there. If there is a 4th satellite, you can know the height also. You are in which floor? Can your Ola cab, you have booked it, can it tell in which floor you are? Only pinpoint location. If there is a 4th satellite also, that data actually military has. If there is a 4th point also, it can know the altitude, at which height you are there. So like this, they have for the whole world 24 satellites will be always there. GPS they have created. Russia has, Europe has, okay, China has with you its own global positioning systems. But India is not going for a GPS. We went for what? Regional navigation. Okay, Indian Regional Navigation Satellite System. Okay, which is also called as NAVIC. Okay, this is only for what? Not throughout the India. Only for Indian borders, not just limited to Indian borders. In and around India, 1500 kilometers outside Indian territory. That also will be trapped under what? IRNSS. Outside the Indian boundary, how many kilometers? 15 kilometers, including Indian boundary. All this was a prelims question. Can IRNS be useful for France? Kind options they have given. 15. Directly they gave the kilometers also. See, it's not that factual will not be asked. Of course, in other examinations, facts are important. It is about applied. By using IRNSS, can we do surveillance on China, Beijing? No, not possible. Beijing is almost 3000 kilometers away. Okay, so can we do location on Europe? No. Okay, ala applied చూసుకోవాలి. Fine. So 1500 kilometers outside India, our things, how many satellites are there? India is regional, not global. Only 7. Actually, 9 launches have been taken place. How many launches? 9 launches. One was a failure. The other launch was the first satellite which was sent in it, the first satellite. These all global positioning systems have atomic clocks in them. They are able to look at the timing. They will send the signal, they will receive the signal. Betting on the time difference, they will calculate your position, your speed, your direction, everything. So clocks are important. So atomic clocks were there in this satellites. All the regional positioning satellites, atomic clocks will be there. So first satellite atomic clock was failed. So they replaced it with another satellite. So totally 7 satellites only. But how many launches? 9 launches. Okay, so that is there with respect to India's regional navigation system. Among these 7, 4 will be in geosynchronous orbit. Suppose this is Earth. Okay, 4 satellites, the path, if you open ISRO website, they will give like this. Dumbbell shapes they are going to give. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4 and rest remaining 3 are in geostationary. Sir, what are you talking? What diagrams are these? Geostationary satellite means this is a special orbit. Basically, these are flying in the sky. This is a special orbit where the distance is around 36,000 kilometers from the surface of the Earth. It will look as if, what is the period of Earth's rotation? 24 hours. If the orbit is in this path, which path? Geostationary orbit, its time period is becoming exactly equal to Earth's rotation. So we feel as if the satellite is hanging there in the sky. It is moving actually. But our rotation speed, forget about that. Are we all moving continuously right now? Reduce volume. Huh? Are we moving continuously right now? Yes. But are we feeling anything relatively? No. Because our speed is same. True trains are moving with constant speed. You will feel nothing is moving. If you see that side, things are moving. So, if this speed equals to Earth's rotation, it will remain as if stationary. That's the reason we are calling it was geostationary. Other things are just a slightly with an angle, geosynchronous. So, among the 7 satellites, 4 are in which orbit? Geosynchronous. 3 are in where? Geostationary. This is our regional navigation system. Okay, theory is fine. What are the applications? If geospatial data is there, what are the applications we can develop? Okay, so without GPS, can these Ola apps, can they work? No. Okay, lot of these traffic-based applications got developed. Not only that, many applications you can look right. See, let us say MGNREGA. What is this MGNREGA? 100 days, minimum 100 days work. Is it available in urban areas? No, only in rural areas. Okay, work. They will build many things. Okay, they will dig canals, they will plant trees, they will build school structures, many things they can do. But what is the proof that they are being done? In MGNREGA, the main allegation is, like the PM says, people go, they dig for 1 hour, next day they come, they will close the pit. Yes or no? There is no control. That was the intention. Unfortunate intention was good, but a practical applicability became difficult. Now you are a district collector or a district officer. You can tag assets. What did you do? What did this village do in all these years? Geo tagging of assets. Did you build canal like our home? We will put location. Our home location will come in the Google Maps. Like, can you tag assets in MGNREGA? So, geospatial information has high application in governance also. Yes or no? Everything can be there, put on the map. What you have constructed. Show the map. Map will tell. How much productivity, how much no productivity. Not only that, you have PDS systems. Van will be there. These vans in Chhattisgarh, actually, these vans are fitted with this GPS receivers. We can go where the van is going. The data will be logged. So that the van itself directly it has to go to PDS shop. In between, no unloading, no corruption. Everything will be logged. It's not that there is some person always watching. No. Data will be there. If you are able to tell that if you do mistake, someone will find it out later. Will you repeat it? Okay, will not do also, forget about repetition. Okay, so all this monitoring, governance, service delivery, will GPS has high applications? Yes. With respect to Motton syllabus, look at your various syllabus. Agriculture, how GPS can be used? You have to generate points like this. In agriculture, how GPS can be used? Which area, which district, what is the soil characters? Okay, what type of crops can be grown? What is the humidity in that region? When rain will come in that region? For all these things, geospatial data is important. Yes or no? What type of cropping pattern should be there? What to grow? How much is growing? How much rice is being grown, cultivated now? What it has to be changed? All this planning is possible with respect to what? Geospatial data. Okay. Third area we can look at is urban planning. Definitely urban planning. Then for environmental purposes, how much of afforestation you have to do, where you have to build isosensitive zones or corridors, how you have to control them, how to look at the most polluting areas. Okay, definitely how to look at encroachments. Okay, more kind of urban floods are happening in recent times because lakes which acts like sponges, they are encroached. Okay, no? So, all these kind of control data can be there. Navigation, obviously, last but not the least. In geospatial application, the important application is navigation. Whether maritime navigation or fisheries, location of fishes, or your own navigation. Supply chain management. These are the things. Fifth area is navigation. Sixth area is supply chain. Global supply chain management. All the products, this laptop or this thing, from various sources it is being sourced. If there is a glitch, where the product is, where the part is, everything can be known. Food has to come from where there is a bottleneck. Like in Swiggy, you will know, na, our partner came, he is waiting, like that. You imagine this at a global level. Okay, this is a huge scarcity for this camera equipment now. Because Ukraine issue, one chip, the chips which you have to get, Ukraine is the biggest supplier. All the projector and all those things. Not the whole thing. Small parts. Without that small part, ultimate final product will not be there. Okay, so that supply management can be done in a easier manner. What we have to alternatives, what are there? Transportation, optimal go of transportation. You have to reach your home. Time is up. You have to go to home. You will see the traffic. Which is the best way to run away. Okay, so those things are there. Of course, illegal people also use it. How to do things. Technology has both sides, no doubt. Community development, natural resource management, various natural resources and this management. Natural resource management. Okay. So in geospatial data, what is the frequencies we are generally used? Ani kuda adagachu at the max. So these are in 2 gigahertz frequencies lo untai. 3 gigahertz, 2 gigahertz, that bands we are reserving for what? GPS things. Okay, various applications has various frequencies. Okay, so these are the things which can be looked at. So that's it. Many businesses, fiber optics, politicians, property records, land management. The biggest litigation in India is land. One of the biggest. You are purchasing something, after 15 years, some other person will come and say, "Ye mera hai." Directly, the owner signed it before on her deathbed. 3, proof is there. How you have to verify? She is not there. But he will have the document. Both will fight in the court. Okay, it will take only 20 years again. By that time, many things will change. So, geotagging, this management, land record digitization and tagging of them. So, space, air traffic, water control, public safety operations. In coronavirus also. Coronavirus, pandemic outbreaks. How geospatial data they used? They located apartment list. All the data will come to you. This apartment has corona patients. Don't go. If you have your close friend also there, don't go later if you survive. So all these things are there. So many applications can be developed with geospatial data. Government, public, space, business development, app-based economy became very big because of all these things only. Okay, so in that manner we can look into. So that's it. Environment class will not be there tomorrow. Directly economy class will be there. Okay, faculty is on leave, so we try to cover. So directly you'll have the class on what? Thursday, economy. Okay, bye. There is no group for you all. We'll create a group because generally there will be pattern. People who are coming regular, anyway they only will come. So we'll create a group. Maybe on Thursday information can be passed.